So 10 more mistakes for today. Mistake number 1, I'm never stuck in a heavy traffic. Now, I hope you can see the mistake is with the article. You can say I'm never stuck in a traffic jam. I wouldn't say a heavy traffic jam because heavy doesn't collocate well with traffic jam. It does collocate very well with traffic, and so traffic is uncountable. Traffic jam is countable, but traffic is uncountable, so we don't want A. I'm never stuck in heavy traffic, or I'm never stuck in a traffic jam. That would also be possible. Okay, let's come on to number 2. He used some chemistry to dispose of the corpse. We were discussing a Sherlock Holmes episode, I think, and this word, chemistry, is the incorrect word here. Chemistry is the subject at school. It's the branch of knowledge. What this student meant was chemicals. He used some chemicals. I hope you can see this red pen. He used some chemicals to dispose of the corpse. Okay, number 3, she didn't respond his calls. Here the mistake is with a preposition. Respond is like reply. You reply to somebody and you respond to somebody. So we need the preposition to here. She didn't respond to his calls. Okay, number 4, someone set fire on their car. Again, the mistake is the preposition. We shouldn't have set fire on. You don't set fire on something, you set fire to something. So again, you need the preposition to. Exactly the same kind of mistake. Someone set fire to their car. Okay, the next mistake, I just don't like this particular phrase, all people. I don't mind all the class, all the students, all of those are good. It's good English. All the students, all the people in my class, I don't mind all the people in my class. But all people sounds wrong to me. We don't say all people go to the supermarket when it rains. We say everybody goes to the supermarket when it rains. Or everyone. Everyone is good as well. Everybody goes. Yeah, you must have ES. Everybody goes to the supermarket when it rains. Or all the people in this town, yeah, go to the supermarket when it rains. But everybody is fine here. It's what you want. Sounds more natural to me. Okay, number 6. I must finish to watch this episode. This is a mistake with gerunds and infinitives. Please remember, start, stop, finish, begin. All of these use gerund. I mean, there is a little bit of advanced knowledge about start and begin, which you can find out in my gerunds and infinitives advanced. So these can actually be 2 plus infinitive or gerund. But all of these starting and stopping and finishing, they use gerund. So I must finish watching this episode. Not infinitive. 2 plus infinitive, okay? I must finish watching this episode. Number 7, the weather is pleasure there. Now, please remember, pleasure is a noun. It's not an adjective. The adjective is pleasant. The weather is pleasant there. We use pleasure as a noun, and so if somebody says, thank you for helping me, you can say, it's my pleasure. Okay, number 8, this explained why the wrench, which by the way is a spanner, if you don't know, that's the tool which you use to tighten nuts and bolts, that one. So this explained why the wrench hasn't turned up. Now look at this. This is a past tense because he was telling me a story, and he's then gone into present perfect. This is not correct because the spanner hadn't turned up before this explained, and so we really need to put this into past perfect, not present perfect. This is a narration anyway. We're telling a story, and so we should use one of the narrative tenses, not hasn't turned up, hadn't turned up. This explained why the spanner hadn't turned up, why the wrench hadn't turned up. We were talking about Sherlock again, and the spanner had gone missing. Okay, last 2. He was absolutely angry. This is a mistake with adverbs. I've done a lot of videos about adverbs. Try the lesson on strong adjectives or the 4 lessons on adverbs, and you'll learn this information. We can say he was absolutely and a strong adjective, and this is not a strong adjective. The strong adjective would be furious. But there are some adverbs which work very well with angry. So we can say he was absolutely furious, or we can say he was incredibly angry, unbelievably angry. So some words work with angry and incredibly and unbelievably, which basically mean the same thing because belief and credibility are connected. Unbelievably. He was unbelievably angry. Okay? Number 10, could you tell me what time does the bus leave? Here you're using a question word order. What time does the bus leave? Question word, auxiliary, subject, infinitive. But you've got, this is not a question. It's what we call an indirect question, which isn't really a question. So when we have this polite form at the start, it does make it very polite. Could you tell me? Do you know? We don't use an auxiliary verb here. What time the bus leaves? Okay, could you tell me what time the bus leaves? Because this is not a question, and so we don't need the auxiliary verb to make it a question. Okay, if you have any questions about any of these mistakes, please write them under the video. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you all soon.